Hello, wonderful people. Juvenalia here once more, and today I am doing a cool toned with a little hint of gold eyeshadow look. So yeah, let's get started. I've already done my eyebrows, nothing fancy, as natural as I could get them to look really. And I've already applied my foundation as well. I'm starting by priming my eyes with MAC Paint Pot in Groundwork. For my first transition shade, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix in NW58 with my Sigma Blending E25 brush. For my second transition shade, I'm using my Makeup Forever blush powder, the maroon shade that I have, and I'm going in with the same blending brush as before, the E25 by Sigma. Then after that, to further diffuse my crease or further blend out my crease, I'm using the Sigma E38 brush. The first shadow that I'm going to use on my lid is Damaged from the Vice 2 palette by Urban Decay. And I'm just applying that to the very center of my lid. The brush that I'm using is the MAC 239 brush. Next, I'm gonna pick up Prank from the same palette, and using the same brush but on the other side, I'm applying this to the outer corner of my lids. The final shadow that I am using is Strike from the Vice 2 palette once again, and I'm applying this to the inner corner of my lid. The brush that I'm using for this gold shade is the MAC 228. Here I'm using a Berry Blush by Bobbi Brown, and I just feel that berry colors really complement cool tones, so I thought that it'd be a nice shade to add to the crease. Now I'm using the MAC Zoom Fast Black Lash to pretty much prep my eyelashes for the false lashes. Moving on to the rest of my face, I'm using a damp beauty blender to apply my highlighting concealer, which today I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW45 and NC45. I'm just using my Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush. And this is the brush that I use to apply my foundation. I'm just going back in just to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines from my concealer. For my contour, I'm using MAC Matchmaster in 9.5. I'm applying the contour to the hollows of my cheeks, to my forehead, my temples, and around my jawline in an attempt to kind of soften it up since I have a really strong jaw and chin and all that. So yeah. Using my MAC 130 brush, I'm blending in the contour. To set my concealer, I'm using Warm Chestnut by Mercier Mineral Pressed Powder, as well as my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Now I'm using my MAC 168 brush as well as my blush powder by Makeup Forever to further define my contour. Using that same blush powder and the Sigma Blending E25, I am contouring my nose. I'm using that same Bobbi brown blush that I use on my crease, along with an Ecotools blush brush to apply my blush. For my highlight, I'm using the one and only Worldly Wealth by MAC on the highest points of my cheekbones, the center of my nose, as well as my cupid's bow. And the brush that I'm using is the MAC 100 brush. To give my cheekbones a little extra shine, I'm also applying this highlighter by Flormar. I'm using my MAC 187 brush to make sure everything is blended nicely. And here I'm just using Worldly Wealth once again as a brow bone highlight. Here I'm applying eyeshadow to my bottom lash line, and I'm just going in the same order that I did for my top lid. To finish up the eyes, I'm applying the same mascara to my bottom lashes. For my lips, I'm using the MAC Plum lip liner, as well as a Makeup Forever lipstick that I believe I got as maybe a gift from Sephora, and it's just kind of a berry, nudie, brownie color, and it blends in perfectly with this lip liner. After that, I just spray a little bit of my Urban Decay setting spray, and I am done. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm going to try to upload more often, but you know, life. Thanks for watching again, and see you next time.